What are you Timmons here? Since I'm doing my reviews for Miles Forman Films, here's my review for the Andy Kaufman biopic titled Man on the Moon. Now, this of course stars Jim Carrey, who's definitely I believe this is probably one of his best performances. I mean, he was great in Eternal Sunshine, but this is definitely one of his best performances ever done. And here he plays the role of the late comedian Andy Kaufman, who was considered as one of the most eccentric and dramatic performances of all time. Of course, Andy Kaufman appeared on the classic TV show Taxi, but Kaufman could really generate belly laughs, stony silence, tear or bras, and this movie really shows inside the life of Andy Kaufman. He also talked about his tragic passing that had been happening. It's a really interesting entertainment biopic. I mean, I always do like me a good biopic about comedians, and this is definitely probably one of the best I've seen. Jim Carrey really embodies the role of Andy Kaufman. Miles Forman did such a great job at directing this film. Carrey, he ends up getting inside Kaufman's skin, and he does such a great job in this film. Besides Jim Carrey, you also had some other interesting cast members here too. Like you had the likes of Danny DeVito. You had a couple of Taxi co-stars in this. Like you had Danny DeVito was in this. You even had you even had the likes of John Hirsch, Christopher Lloyd, Jeff Conaway. Lots of them actually portrayed themselves, except for Danny DeVito, who was in the cast of Taxi, but he did not really appear in the film as himself. Uh, he even had a couple of Kaufman's other real life friends and co-stars also appeared, such as the likes of David Letterman, Paul Schaefer, Norm Macdonald. Not to mention Paul Giamatti was also in this, so there's that too. Uh, this movie is really funny. Really goes on in depth of who Andy Kaufman was before he passed. Andy Kaufman, like, there's even actually rumors that Andy Kaufman is still alive. Believe it or not, that's really insane to believe. But man, this movie is such a really terrific, funny film. Worth checking out. Uh, Shows that this was actually the film that really shows that Jim Carrey is not just that wacky comedian from The Mask and Dumb and Dumber. Like when he wants to, the guy could do dramatic stuff well. We've seen that with Eternal Sunshine. We've seen that with some other stuff. I mean, Jim Carrey is terrific. I mean, if you guys never really seen The Man on the Moon, go watch it. I mean, this movie actually made me become a fan of Andy Kaufman. By the way, I mean, I really liked him when I first saw him on Taxi. I mean, I remember I watched Taxi, on reruns and I was quite like Andy Kaufman there. But this movie really made me become more of a fan of Andy Kaufman and like his career and all. I mean, this movie is a really solid one. So if you guys haven't really seen Man on the Moon, you can find it on Fandango Now, Vudu, Prime, Apple TV. Go watch it. It's a really enjoyable. Anyway, let me leave you guys. Have you ever seen the Andy Kaufman biopic Man on the Moon? If so, what story? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This is Simu Sign.